Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia. Martin Luther King Jr., born Michael King Jr., January 15, 1929, died on April 4, 1968, was an American Baptist minister, activist, and political philosopher who was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. He advanced civil rights for people of color in the United States through his use of nonviolent resistance and nonviolent civil disobedience against Jim Crow laws and other forms of legalized discrimination. In this video, we're going to take a look in and around Atlanta, some prominent and famous places in Atlanta, and also explore a bit of history and the geographical landscape and metropolitan setup of the Atlanta area. As a black church leader, King participated and led marches for the rights to vote, desegregation, labor rights, and other civil rights. Here we can see Dr. King, a statue of Dr. King overlooking the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. King oversaw the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott and later became the first president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the SCLC. Dr. King was one of the leaders of the 1963 March on Washington, where he delivered his I Have a Dream speech. Now let's take a look around Atlanta, and we're going to start with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium is a retractable roof, multi-purpose stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, United States, opened in 2017 as a replacement for the Georgia Dome. It is the home of the Atlanta Falcons and of National Football League, NFL, and Atlanta United FC of Major League Soccer, MLS. The stadium is owned by the state of Georgia through the Georgia World Congress Center Authority and operated by AMB Group, the parent organization of the Falcon and Atlanta United FC. In 2016, the total cost of its construction was estimated at $1.6 billion. The stadium officially opened on August 26, 2017, with the Falcons' preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals, despite the retractable roof system being incomplete at the time. Several events formerly held at the Georgia Dome moved to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium following its completion, including multiple college football events such as the SEC Football Championship Game, the Peach Bowl, and the College Football Playoff National Championships 2018 and 2025. Other professional events included the MLS Cup, as Atlanta FC held home field advantage in 2018 and Super Bowl in 2019. Mercedes-Benz Stadium will host Super Bowl in 2028. It will also host multiple matches during the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Atlanta is the capital of Georgia and is the most popular city in the state of Georgia, United States. It is the seat of Fulton County, and a portion of city extends into neighborhood DeKalb County, with a population of about 550,000 and are estimated at about 2023 living within the city limits. Atlanta is the 8th most populous city in the Southeast and 36th most populous city in the United States, according to a 2020 U.S. Census. It is the principal city of much larger Atlanta metropolitan area, the core of which includes Cobb, Clayton, Gwinnett counties, in addition to Fulton and DeKalb County. Metro Atlanta is the home for more than 6.4 million people, estimated in 2024, making it the 8th largest U.S. city metropolitan area, situated among the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains at an elevation of just over 1,000 feet above sea level. Atlanta features unique topography that includes rolling hills, lush greenery, and the dense urban trees covering any major city in the United States. And now let's take a look at Tyler Perry Studios, located in what was formerly the site of Fort McPherson, a U.S. military base in Atlanta, Georgia. Perry purchased 330 acres of the former base in 2015 to establish the studio. Fort McPherson was a U.S. Army military base located in Atlanta, Georgia, bordering the northern edge of the city, East Point, Georgia. It was the headquarters for the U.S. Army Installation Management Command, Southeast Region, the U.S. Army Forces Command, the U.S. Army Reserve Command, and the U.S. Army Central. Situated on 487 acres, approximately 1.97 kilometers squared, and located 4 miles southwest of the center of Atlanta, Fort McPherson has a history as any military army post dating back to 1867. Named after Major General James Birdseye McPherson, the fort was founded by the U.S. Army in September 1867 on the grounds where Spelman College is now located. During the Reconstruction era between 1867 and 1881, it was named the McPherson Barracks and served as a post for U.S. troops in Atlanta garrison, elements of the 2nd, 16th, and 18th U.S. Infantry Regiment, and the 5th Artillery during their mission to enforce U.S. regulation after the American Civil War. With the end of the Reconstruction, the barracks were closed and sold off in 1881, though the site continued to be used during summer by U.S. troops stationed in Florida. In 1885, the land was again purchased by the Army, at which to station 10 Army companies. During World War I, Fort McPherson was used as a camp for Imperial German Navy prisoners of the war and as a training site for the active Army and Georgia National Guard. A rifle range was operated alongside the ridge where current Stations Road now exists. The deploying officers and NCOs surveyed the local Civil War entrenchment parallel to the railroad along Utoy Creek to learn more about trench warfare. On June 26, 2015, Fort Mac LRA became the owner of 145 acres of property on Fort McPherson in southwest Atlanta, Georgia. Fort Mac LRA is responsible for ensuring quality reuse and redevelopment of 145 acres in the former Army post. The Fort Mac LRA Board of Directors are nominated by the Mayor of Atlanta and Fulton County Commissioner or the Governor. In June 2015, 330 acres of Fort McPherson was purchased by actor-producer Tyler Perry to be the new home of Tyler Perry Studios. In 2019, Perry celebrated the grand opening of his newest Atlanta studio located, having purchased 330 acres of the former Fort McPherson complex in 2015 to make it the new home of Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler Perry is one of the largest film productions studio in the United States and established Perry as the first African American to outright own a major film production studio through 34th Street Films, a production arm of Tyler Perry Studios. Perry guides the work of other filmmakers. In 2018, Perry sold his previous studio location, opened in 2008, to another minority-owned film production company. The previous studio location occupied 2 former Delta Airline affiliated buildings in the Green Brier area of southwest Atlanta and included 200,000 square feet of set and office spaces. Tyler Perry Studios is a notable resource for Atlanta's robust economy. The company often advertises for film and crew position at its southwest Atlanta location. Centennial Olympic Park is a 22-acre public park located in downtown Atlanta, Georgia, owned and operated by the Georgia World Congress Center Authority. It was built by the Atlanta Committee for Olympic Games, ACOG, as a part of the infrastructure improvement for the 1996 Summer Olympics. It plays host to millions of visitors a year and several events, including a summer popular music concert series, the annual Sweetwater 420 Fest, and an annual Independence Day concert and fireworks display. And also, downtown Atlanta is experiencing significant new construction, particularly the Centennial Yard project, which we'll see in this video. This $5 billion mixed-use development is a transformation underutilized space in a vibrant community with residents, entertainment, commercial spaces, notable new additions to include the Mitchell, a resident tower, Wiley Brewer, and the upcoming Steel Bridge. Additionally, the Georgia World Congress Center Authority is improving its campus with a new hotel and renovated pedestrian mall. Here's a look at some of the construction that's happening in the Atlanta area as of April 2025. Towering nearly 20 stories above Centennial Park, the Skyview Ferries wheel features 42 climate-controlled gondolas providing guests with breathtaking panoramic views of downtown Atlanta and the surrounding metropolitan area. Those looking for an even more enhanced experience will enjoy the VIP gondola, boasting ferry wheel, seats, glass floor, and a longer flight time, with our convenient location just steps away from many Atlanta popular sites and attractions. Skyview Atlanta is the perfect complement to your downtown adventure. Skyview, you can see most of the city of Atlanta. And not very far from the Skyview Atlanta, we can see the State Farm Arena. It's a multi-purpose arena located in Atlanta, Georgia. The arena serves as the home venue for Atlanta Hawks of the National Basketball Association. It also served as the home of the Atlanta Thrashers of the National Hockey League from 1999 to 2011, before the team was moved to Winnipeg, as well as Atlanta Dreams of the Women's NBA from 2008 to 2016, and the temporary home of the Georgia Tech basketball in 2011. It opened in 1999 as a Phillips Arena at the cost of $213.5 million. There are quite a bit of notable places and buildings located in Metro Atlanta, one of which stands over 1,000 feet tall. This is the Bank of America Plaza. It is a super tall skyscraper between Midtown Atlanta and downtown Atlanta, about 1,023 feet as of February 2024. The tower is the 23rd tallest building in the United States, the tallest building in the southeastern region of the United States, and the tallest building in the United States Capitol, overtaking the 250-meter high One Atlantic Center in height, which held the record as Georgia's tallest building. It has a 55-story of office spaces and was completed in 1992. It was called the Nations Bank Plaza, originally intended to be the headquarters of Citizens and Southern National Bank, which merged with Sovereign Bank during construction. It became the Nations Bank property following its formation in 1991. Hostile takeover of CNS, Sovereign by NCNB. The building was developed by Cousins Properties and designed by the architectural firm Kevin Roche and Jacques Dikelou and Associates. Designed in the postmodern style, reminiscent of Art Deco. There is a 90 feet spire at the top of the building, echoing the shape of the building as a wall. And in this video, we're going to take a look at that. Most of the spire is covered in 23 karat 96% gold leaf. The open lattice steel pyramid underneath the obelisk glows yellow-orange at night due to the lighting. At its most basic, this is a modern interpretation of Art Deco theme seen in the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. The inhabited part of the building actually ends abruptly